Hello and welcome back to another episode with the Triple P. How you guys doing today? So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about geocaching lingo. Acronyms all over geocaching, and some of them, if you've never seen them, they can be very confusing. So this video is going to be discussing all the common acronyms that you might run across while you are out geocaching, or that you can even leave in your log. Now, TFTC is probably the most popular acronym you're going to see in geocaching logs, and that just simply means thanks for the cache. It's a simple way of saying, thank you for placing this, thank you for bringing me here, and I appreciate you putting this cache out for me to come and find. That's right, bring your own pen or pencil. This basically just means that there is not a writing instrument in the cache container because it's either too small or the cache owner just figured you were going to bring one. So when you see BYOP, that means that you need to bring your own pen and have one handy, as you should always, when you're out geocaching, always have a pen or a pencil or a writing instrument of some sort. It could be a Sharpie marker, it could be a ballpoint pen, it could be a gel pen, it could be anything. Have something to sign the log with so you can record that you were here, and the next person that comes to see the log, they can see that your name is on the log as well. Or tool of the trade, and this basically just means that there is some sort of special tool that you need in order to access the cache. It could be a magnet, it could be a ladder, it could be a mirror, it could be a lot of different things. Some of the more common ones are like a pocket knife, a rope. I have seen all sorts of tools of the trade needed in order to access the geocache. FTF, which stands for the first to find. Now, if you're the first to find, that means you were the first one there, and it was a newly published cache, and there was nobody there before you, and you got the FTF. It is one of the bigger prizes that people hunt in geocaching, and they go after that very first find. There are prolific people that only go after first to finds. They have alerts set up through email, and they go out, and as soon as they get an alert, they're at that site within probably 45 minutes or so, looking for that cache. And there's people that go up between 35 and 40 miles just to be a first to find. Z stands for ground zero. This is the area that the geocache is typically placed at. So you may be following your GPS, and all of a sudden you're within 5 feet. The 5-foot radius is your ground zero. That cache is somewhere within those 5 feet. Now, GPSs aren't always that accurate. However, ground zero could be anywhere between 5 feet to 30 feet, as the accuracy of the GPS isn't always spot on and coordinates are not always that great. So keep that in mind. Ground zero does not mean right at 0 feet. It means anywhere between 5 to 30 feet away. Cache in, trash out. Now, cache in, trash out is a movement within the geocaching community, and what you do is it's actually an event that you can go to, and typically people will do parks in their area where they will have other geocachers come in, and the park usually will have trash all over the park, and they'll also have geocaches there that you can find. And the idea is you geocache while picking up trash around the area in the park. And you are typically provided a bag to pick up trash and put it in. Sometimes you can bring gloves, sometimes you can bring grabbers. Other events that are CITO include like removing honeysuckle or cutting down invasive species to help the environment and improve the growth within that area, instead of having invasive plants take over and ruin the entire area. Another very common one is DNF. Now, this is prevalent everywhere within the caching community on geocaching logs. if you've ever been out looking for a geocache and you're just kind of hunting for it and you're digging and you've been there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you just can't find it, it's either A, missing, or B, it's hidden very well and you just didn't find it. It's usually not in between. Now, DNF stands for did not find. A very simple DNF might be a light pole cache. You go there, you lift up the light pole skirt, and you're looking for it, but there's nothing there. It's not there. It's missing. You should take a DNF. A lot of people are actually embarrassed to take DNFs, but they're actually very good because they tell the cache owner that, hey, your cache is probably missing. You should come out and you should replace it. So if you're embarrassed about logging a DNF, I get that, but you shouldn't be embarrassed because it helps the community know that, hey, this cache might not be there. I couldn't find it. And honestly, if you're going to post a DNF and I'm going to go after a cache that you posted a DNF on, I might skip it. And that's going to save me time in the long run, where I can be finding other caches that don't have DNFs on the log. So don't feel embarrassed about not wanting to post your DNF. I would say go ahead and post it. And if it's not there, the cache owner should come out and replace it with, which stands for took nothing, left nothing. Now, this is something if you're going to trade. Now, not all geocaches have tradable items in them, but if they do and you want to take something, you can trade for something of equal or lower values, typically the rule that I follow. But if you don't trade anything, you would say took nothing, left nothing. So it's TN, LN. That one's pretty straightforward. Not a lot of explanation is needed. It stands for park and grab. Now, a park and grab is just what you think it is. You drive up in your car, you stop your car, you get out, and you find it. It's typically within, I would say, a true park and grab is within 5 feet of your car. Other park and grabs might be, 100 feet or 60 feet, just off the berm or on a guardrail somewhere. So stands for, hey, how's it going? What's up? Hey, can you help me with this geocache? I'm not able to find it right now, but I saw that you found it recently. Are you able to give me a clue? Oh, it's on the guardrail? Okay, cool, thanks, bye. So it stands for phone a friend. You're basically getting help from another community member that has already found it, that you know, and they're gonna help you find the cache. And it's very nice. I have used all sorts of phone a friends on some caches that were just super tricky, and without those phone a friends, I would have never found the container. So don't be afraid to reach out via messenger on geocaching.com or even on your cell phone to other people that have already found the cache and you just need help. That is a fantastic way of going about and getting help on the cache. Next one, TB. Now, TB stands for travel bug. A travel bug is any little coin or something with a dog tag that has a tracking code on the back of it, and it allows you to log it online and you can see where it goes. So this little guy right here is called a GeoCoin. It's actually from the Berkeley County Gadget Tour that I did earlier this year. Really cool. You can get all sorts of travel bugs when you're out geocaching. Now, the responsible things to do is log them online and log them when you move them, log them when you drop them. Don't keep them for more than a month. That's one stands for took nothing, left nothing, sign the log. So if you really want to be abbreviated in your logs and you don't like writing a lot, you can put TNLNSL in your log. Again, logging etiquette. If it was me, I would tell a brief story. I would put that in at the end of my log and call it a day. Magnetic key hide is what that stands for. This is a type of container. It's used in guardrails, or it's used to be hidden on guardrails. It's used to be hidden on electrical boxes. It's just basically a big black box with a magnetic bar on the back, and you stick it onto something. But MKH, if you see that or somebody tells you that, it means magnetic key hide. It's on something metal typically. Light pole cache, very simple. The cache is usually in a light pole. Pretty straightforward. It stands for a magnetic cover plate. So when you're seeing MCPs, think about like a flat plate that is up against a telephone pole or another metal structure underneath a bench, for example, and it's flat and it kind of looks like it belongs but doesn't really belong. If you pull that off, it should be removed. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope the acronyms were helpful for you. I will be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content that you see. Again, there's going to be more content moving forward. We're just getting the channel up off the ground. And I hope it was helpful, and I hope my acronyms were able to make things a little bit easier for you in the geocaching community and kind of be like a translator for everybody. All right, guys, I'll see you on the trail.